All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Erg Inspiration people. It's morning here where we are. This is Martha. I got my friend Natasha with me. Say hello, Natasha.
Hello, Natasha. Hello from Boston.
All right, in Boston, and I'm here in Wisconsin. And here's what we're going to do today for Erg Inspiration. Can I find it? Can I find it? Let's take a peek. We're looking at 5,000 meters. So of course, as we video and row along together for 5,000 meters, we're probably going to not finish exactly together each section, each stroke. That is a-okay. We're looking at 5,000 meters at a steady state pace. That's 70 to 80% of your maximum effort. I want you to think about your 20-minute pieces. If you're doing those each month, it's not as hard as those. It's 70 to 80% pressure. It is steady state, 7 to 8 out of 10 on the rate of perceived exertion scale. So I don't want you to hit 2,000 meters in and just be like, oh my God, I'm dying. Pace yourself, know yourself. We're also going to rotate through some stroke ratings. As always with ratings work, I want you to take, every time we shift to a new rating, take a few strokes to just find that rate, find that rhythm of the rate, and then figure out where your effort, your splits, your power for each stroke comes from within that rate rhythm. Okay, so give yourself time to find the stroke rate rhythm and then find your 70 to 80% pressure within that stroke rate. The first 1,000 meters is going to be at a 16 stroke rate. Second 1,000, 18 stroke rate. The third 1,000 will be at a 22, and the last 2,000 meters will be at an 18. Find that rhythm, reproducible flow at that 18 for the last 2K. So by necessity, between Natasha and myself, you at home, we're probably going to hit those rate change marks at different spots. So I will try to give you a countdown and let you know what I'm doing, let you know what I see Natasha doing if possible, and then just reminders that you can make that change when you get to those different meter markers. So I'll give you lots of reminders. I might pump some music in with this, maybe not. We'll just see what happens. But you just keep rowing the way you know how. All right. So we are going to set our rowers for 5,000 meters here. Oh, one other little trick in this one. I want you to think about what your 20-minute pace split is. Okay, the last time you pulled a 20-minute piece, if you did it recently, what was your average split? I want you to have a number like that in mind. If you need to pause the video right here to go look that up, fine, write it down somewhere in front of you. Because at some point in this, we're going to take a couple 15-stroke pieces to try to get ourselves down to that rate or that split, and then let ourselves float back up into that steady state place. All right. So even if you have to pause the video, go find that 20-minute split. Natasha, you can just sort of guesstimate, 6K pace, 5K pace. And we'll hit it at some point. So for now, we're going to set ourselves up. We're going to go menu, select workout, standard list, because guess what? Our 5K is in there as the second option on the standard list. Hey, so I've hit that 5K. I've got 5,000 meters up in front of me. We're going to start here. Actually, I'm going to move my rower just a teeny tiny bit so that I can be seen through the whole, hopefully the whole stroke. We'll find out. Sorry about that, friends. Okay. All right, hopefully that works. All right, hopefully we've still got that 5K right up on our screen here. We're gonna sit ready at the catch. We're going out at a 16 for this first 1,000 meters. Let's sit ready. We'll start this piece in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 16 is our target stroke rate here. See if you can find yourself right into that rhythm. We're not doing powerlifting reps. We are finding a stroke rate rhythm at the 16 strokes per minute. Once again, give yourself those first 8 to 10 strokes to find that rhythm. Find that flow at the 16. Then you can start to look at your split stroke over stroke and ask yourself those questions. Are you pulling in that 70 to 80% power range? I think my body's a little antsy this morning. It's wanting to go to that 18 a lot. You're gonna have to work with some conscious mindfulness to keep it at this 16 strokes per minute. Keeping continuous motion on that stroke, not waiting at the front end, waiting at the back end. Once again, sometimes it's helpful here to think about that boat flow. If you were in an 8, what would it feel like to come up, place that blade, hang and send, and then feel that boat run out at this long but really powerful 16. We're here for the entirety of the first 1,000 meters of this 5K. We're at this 16 rating. And as we inch closer to halfway through that first 1,000 meters, I want you to give your hamstrings a chance to stretch out a little bit. So we're going to be working on that body out of bow, patience with the knees, setting that body angle. And if you want to, over the next 5 to 8 strokes, you can over exaggerate it just a little bit. Almost a teeny tiny pause at that body over position. Give those hammies a little stretch. Work those hips to pivoting to the body over. Make sure those knees are quiet and patient. Take another 3, 4 strokes like that with that mindfulness, body out of bow, patient knees. Nice, looking good, staying tall here, supporting the core, patient knees. Thinking about ratio here. Some of us are getting closer to that moment where we change rates in our second 1,000 here. As you get mentally prepared for that swap, I want you to really think about ratio. It's easy at the 16 to fall into a 1-to-1 rhythm. And I want you to be able to find that ratio. Push, easy ratio. You keep going. I'm just going to mute Natasha here to make sure we don't get her erg sounds. Sorry, buddy. All right. All right. Still at that 16 here until you get to 4K to go. Then you're going to use your leg drive to push up to the 18. Leaving the butt behind the shoulders, checking in with your shoulders, making sure the taps, the traps, they're down, relaxed. All right, I've got my first shift coming up here in about 6 more strokes. I'm going to go to the 18. You wait till you hit or go when you need to go. That 4K mark means that we change our rate from a 16 to an 18. Just a little more gas on the leg drive is all it takes. Here it comes from me. You switch when it's right for you. Second 1,000 meters is at an 18 stroke rate. Once again, using those first few strokes to find that rhythm, reproduce it, get it programmed into your heart and your body and your quads and your butt. 18 stroke rate as you swap into the second 1,000. Remember that sense of ratio. Sit up tall, hang, press, easy on the way forward. Right here, belly should be warming up. Breath should be noticeable. We are not just paddling along, getting that chain flopping in and out. We are working into a 70 to 80% pressure here. Finding that flow. Nice job, guys. As we're getting everybody in and through that 18 stroke rate zone, I want you to think about the change in direction at the front end. It's a quick change in direction between the recovery into the catch and then the drive, but it's not abrupt, it's not janky, it's smooth, quiet and quick. Natasha's got a smooth, quiet, quick catch. How about you at home? Making sure we're not extra reaching, grabbing for something that we didn't already get with the body prep. Those hands are high. The arms are out, ready to make a strong connection, but the shoulders are relaxed. Remember, it's the lats that are going to make that good connection for us. Lats is what's going to help that handle move when we push the legs. It is the connection point between the leg drive and that handle actually moving, that oar actually getting through the water right here. Good, looking good here. As the body heats up into this piece, I want you to think about your grip on that handle. Are you white knuckling, holding on for dear life? Or do you have a secure but loose grip on that handle? Still grooving, gliding at this 18. Smooth ratio, stroke after stroke, looking solid. Sit up and hold that core. And right back to where we were in the first 1,000. Where are your knees? Especially compared to that hip pivot, that body coming out of bow. Don't let those knees lead the way. You find that strong finish, bringing the upper body out of bow to start that easy roll up, in through the recovery, back to the next catch. All right. Into our third 1,000, the rate goes up by 4 to a 22. Some of you are ready there. Some of you are getting ready to go. I'm going to make that transition in just a couple strokes here. I've taken it from an 18 to a 22. You go at your 3K to go mark and go and hit it. Get it within those first 4 strokes, that 22. It's going to feel like quite a difference from the 18, from the 16. It's a pretty big difference. Can you do it without lunging in at the front end? Can you engage the feet to that quiet, powerful change in direction at the front end? And can you keep some ratio in the equation here to get ready to step it up on the drive to that 22? Third 1,000 of this 5K is at the 22. We're going to go another minute or so here, and then we're going to channel that 22 stroke rate toward our 20-minute split, just for a couple little bursts in here. just to keep some heat in the body on a cold winter's day. I'm sure you're already there. You're like, yeah, Martha, I got the heat. Whew. That's all right. We'll press on it just a little bit in about 30, 40 seconds here. Remember, as you cross that 3K line, we're going up to a 22. Eventually, we'll all get there together to work into that zone. With ratio, with length. Can you make that 22 feel just as long as the 18? What does it take to do that? All right. We're going to get ready to push a 10, and then we'll go back to base and then a 15, close to our 20-minute split. Hopefully everyone's getting into that zone where they're at the 22 stroke rate. We're going to push a 10, where I want to see if those splits can get down into your 20-minute zone. All right, we're going to do it in 2. Are you ready? Sit up tall. Ready? 1, keep it at the 22 rating. 2, just push splits down for 10. There's 1. 2, push. 3, leave it at the 22. 4, mindful push. 5, getting splits down. 6, that's it. 7, 3 more, then we come back to base. Do not paddle. We got 2 more. 1, then it's back to base. 2 right here. Long 22. Let the splits come back up into that steady state. All right. If someone was just looking at your stroke clock, your rate clock, no detectable change here. Just a little blip of more powerful splits, and we're back to that base rate. All right, at that 22, we're gonna try it again with a 15 stroke push. Again, at the 22, pushing 15 strokes down around that 20-minute pace. Are you ready? Sit up tall. We're gonna go there in 2 for 15 strokes. 1, right at the 22. 2 on this one. Sit up tall, push, right at the 22. 2, driving splits down. 3, leg drive. 4, listen for that flywheel. 5, now 10 more right here, sit up. 1, 2, 3, no lunging, no waiting. 4, 5, sit up tall, hang, press, and send. 7, we've got 3 more here. 8, 9, 10, shift it back to your 22 base, or if you have crossed into that last 2K, like I just did, we go to an 18. All right, 2K to the finish line, we're at an 18 stroke rate. The trick is going to be not to just paddle into that 18, but to shift, to keep that steady state pressure on. Mark your body out a bow. How's it coming? Right from the finish into that recovery. Nice work, guys. Way to push on those little bursts. Nice work. Hopefully across the board, everyone's feeling warm here. They're getting after it. Smart work. Dead on the rates. Knowing our effort level in that 70 to 80% zone, working through the entirety of this 5K. We're getting there, friends. When you make that shift into the last 2K down to that 18, you're going to have to find a new breathing rhythm. Give it a chance to take hold, and then you'll find it. Whew. Inhale, hang, press, exhale. And press, exhale. Nice. Across my screen here, hopefully at home, the trick is everyone's just looking long, low, and relaxed. The effort is represented in the numbers that we see, not in our bodies holding tension, not in our bodies sagging down with fatigue. Nope, we are still sitting up tall, coring up, using the training of yesterday to give us stability to push through today. Right now, Natasha looks like she just took her first stroke, fresh as a daisy, relaxed, cool, connected, really nice. We got 2,000 meters total at this 18 for the finish. Sometimes that's time for the mind to wander a little bit. Try to fight that urge, stay mindfully engaged. Watch those splits. Where's your average split across the whole piece here so far today? And then where are you pushing right now? Maybe you found your groove and you're pushing under that average. Maybe you're getting a little tired and you're letting it float towards the paddle pressure. No, fight that. Stay engaged here. Think about holding on to that finish here just a little bit. Even if you want to do a tiny pause at the finish. Think about what brings you to a pause at the finish feeling good instead of feeling like, oh, I missed it. If you pause for a second at the finish, what do you got to do during the drive to make that pause feel good, effective, like you're sending that boat out behind you? Then think about what is your next move out of that pause to get ready to reproduce another fantastic professional rowing stroke. Good stuff here, people. We are keeping our muscles stretched and warm. We're getting the mileage in. I'm coming down towards my last 1,000. Some of you may be well ahead of that already. Totally fine. You row your clock down to 0. And then we'll kind of meet at the end. No lunging into that catch, no waiting for it either, though. Smooth rhythm in and out for that 18. That's it. If you need a mindful focus, give yourself 5, 5, and 5 for each point of connection we have to the erg. Let's start with the feet. 5 for the feet. Where are they? How are they working for you? Solid connection. Push. Maintain connection all the way to the finish with those feet. Think about it for 5. And think about those hands for 5. Release that death grip. Know that it's the lats deep under the armpits, wrapping around to the spine that give you your true grip and connection point to the handle. How can you fuse the lats to that handle while staying relaxed and pressure? The last point of connection to think about, of course, is that booty. Is it working for you? Or is it just working with gravity? Get that booty angled forward, keep it behind the shoulder, squeeze glutes as you drive into that drive. Can you use glutes to push? Try to feel them for the next 5. Try to use them right off the catch into the drive. Push with your butt. What does that feel like? All right, at this 18 here until the finish line from 2K to 0, we're at an 18 stroke rate. I'm coming up on my last 500 meters or so, trying to make those strokes look like the very best of the day. Once again, hopefully we found our groove here and didn't go off the other end of the cliff to being fatigued. Stay in your groove. Stay professional. Stay supported in the core. Relax in the shoulders. Big and powerful in the quads and glutes. Thighs and butt. Strong feet, strong lats. Almost there, friends. We're doing it. $5,000 meters almost in the bag. That's no small potatoes to start your day or end your day, as the case may be. Keep those knees aligned. Keep those knees patient. Work that body out of bow strategically, quietly, powerfully, staying long. All right, some of us are down within our last 20 to 30 strokes. That's A-okay. If you're there, it's A-okay if you've got more. Keep sitting tall. Hang, press, and send that boat. I want everybody's metaphorical boat to have so much run on it as we sail across that finish line, one after another after another, right through every meter of this 5K. You got this. If you hit that finish line, you can just paddle easy. Give yourself a little time to breathe. I'm coming up to my last 5 strokes or so here. You keep going right through your timeline, right through your 5K, rowing your piece, strong, steady, committed from the first meter all the way to the last. All right. Nice job, friends. I'm going to paddle out a little bit here. You stay on it for your pacing. Whew. I'm paddling into some arms and back stroke as I cool down, just to give my hammies a little bit of stretch. All right, nice job. All right. Continuing to finish up. Again, at home, you take it to your finish line. Stay committed every meter of those whole 5,000. I'm going to take about 10 more paddle strokes here. And then Natasha and I will give you some thoughts and well wishes as you continue on with your piece or as you get transitioned into your cool down, either way. Don't forget ratio. Don't forget to hold that core up. Make sure if there was a film of you that the first and the last stroke would look equally strong, mindful, committed, and professional. All right. Nicely done. All right. If you're still working on your piece, absolutely fine. Keep rowing those meters. Otherwise, I'll ask Natasha if you've got any reflections that you want to share on how it went for you. Nice job, my friend.
Thank you. That was fun. I really like those 5 reminders for 5 strokes. Those were very helpful.
The points of contact kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I wish we'll try to escalate our production game, but you guys should see Natasha's hands through most of these pieces. I feel like Natasha could row 500 meters or 8,000 meters. She's going to have the most relaxed grip. You just look very chill coming into your finish with your grip and your body. It's like strong and tall, but it's not tense. That's awesome.
Of course, that's not how it always feels, but it's better to look good than to feel good. No,
Exactly. Let that be our mantra for today. Isn't that an old Saturday Night Live skit? I think so. Nice job. I like pieces like that because I think sometimes it really takes me a while. For example, great deal of the time during the first 5 minutes. No, we weren't even there for 5 minutes. During the first 2 minutes of the 16, I was just above it, and finally kind of hit my groove, which then once I kind of get in that mindfulness groove, then the other stroke rate shifts seem to come easier. All right. Well, Natasha, you stick around. I'm going to wrap up this recording. If you are not done with your 5K yet at this point, that's totally fine. You can keep going till you hit the 0. As always, you can send me, Martha@catalystrowing.com, your comments, questions about how it all went for you. Nice job today, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording. Good job. Bye-bye.